That's just another claim. We're asking
Yes,
for the argument for the claim. Give us the fucking argument, you dumbass ball licker.
I just made
Just for
Hmm.
him to think about.
It's weird because he was saying like I would play video games, I would talk to Christians, I would cheat on my wife. It's like the idea is that like he wants to do these things but is not doing them because of Christianity. And then when Haiti kind of confronted him, is like, wait a minute, whoa, you want to cheat on your wife? He's like, oh, that sounds bad for me now. So then he was trying to say that he doesn't want to cheat on his wife now, but he said in justification of doing all these things, he's like, why not? It's just what I desire, right? I should just do whatever I want, right? Like
If you
he's
want,
being like
I can say even worse things if you want.
Well, that's why I
Like,
asked about the Dutch question.
Yeah, because remember the question is if I were an atheist or if I lost my
yeah.
faith, uh, then what's to stop me from doing all these bad things? There's absolutely nothing to stop me
Well,
from
apart
doing
from
these bad
you,
things because there is
you,
no. Hold on. There is no
Yeah,
ultimate
yourself.
you
accountability.
would stop you.
I would stop me if I found these things to be morally
Mm-hmm.
irreprehensible.
Right.
But isn't that true on theism too? Who's to stop you if you want to?
Well, deism, or would you say
Oh,
deism?
Christianity. Like you can still. Who's stopping you from like doing whatever, divorcing your wife or killing her right now?
Yeah, like I said, I already pointed that out. In the Christian worldview, we don't do these things because of the transformative power of the Holy Spirit that dwells within us, and also because of the descriptive power that we see within the text. So, just because we have the descriptive text that says, don't do this, don't do that, that doesn't mean that there is nothing inside of us inherently upon receiving Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior that actually contributes to making a transformation to that. So, in other words, when we receive Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, there is what's called regeneration. Can you say that, guys, with me? Can you say that with me? Regeneration. All right. And what that is
Is there
that
a
is
particular
a
line in the
process.
Bible that says don't eat iguana
That
shit?
is a transformative uh,
Vekol, is there a particular line in
thing
the
that
Bible that
occurs with
says to
the
not
believer.
eat iguana shit?
If I don't know, is that in the book of Second Opinions? Because I never heard of such a passage.
That's a no
So
then.
that's the point. You're able to make that decision without necessarily being on the Bible because it's a choice that you make,
Yeah,
right?
but philosophically, atheists cannot
Yeah,
conclude
nobody's
why
even
these things
asking about that.
are
I don't know why
immoral.
you're bringing it
You're
up.
only
So how do
doing
you
these
make
things
that
because number
decision without
one,
the
Wait,
use of
wait,
the
wait.
Bible
He's
when
and,
it's
and,
wait.
constitution?
He's making a claim that he hasn't demonstrated.
Uh,
What's the
What's
argument?
the argument then?
okay, does the atheist have
Don't
a
don't
oh,
ask a
does
question.
the atheist
Don't ask
have
a question, you
I, hey,
dumbass
sir,
ball
sir, hey,
licker.
listen,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
talking. You wait your
dumbass
turn.
ball licker.
You wait your
Don't
turn.
ask a
You gotta
question.
wait
Give
your
the
turn.
argument.
You gotta
Give
wait your
the
turn.
argument.
You gotta wait your turn. In atheism, there is no pope, there is no Messiah, there is
Oh,
no
very
holy
informative. Thank
writ,
you, Beckle.
What's
there
the
is
argument?
no book, there is
We want
no
the fucking
universal
argument.
law that comes from atheism that says that such and such is right and such is wrong. So when you are determining what is inherently immoral or moral, you're not getting that from atheism or from a non-God perspective. You're borrowing from another worldview that's
That's just
lesser.
another claim. We're asking
Yes,
for
it
the
is.
argument for the claim. Give us the
Yes,
fucking argument, you
I just
dumbass
made this.
ball licker.
I just made this thing. Dude, you're supposed to be the atheist that Christians fear, and that's the most wittiest joke that you have, bro. That's the best you got.
We're
Well, it's not
asking
like he's
you
trying to
for
be
the
witty.
argument.
But dude, this is the dude that you guys have always loved. Oh, Darth Dawkins fear this
Hey,
man.
ball
Oh,
licker, are
that's
you
the
going to
best.
give the argument or not?
That's the best you
You
got.
going to give the
That's the
argument?
best you
Are you
got,
worried about the ball liquor? Just make the argument.
bruh. That's
What
the best
is
you
the
got.
argument, ball licker?
That's the best you got,
You
bruh.
don't have an argument?
That's the best you got.
All right. He
You can't.
can't
Of course he
defend
does.
his
Of course
he
he does.
can't
How about
defend
this?
his
How about
claim.
this? I made a claim and I substantiated it. You
Wait,
can't refute it.
if you
Try to refute it.
substantiated it, you gave an
Go ahead.
argument, right?
Go ahead and refute it. Go ahead
Sorry.
and refute it.
When you say you
My claim
substantiated
is
it,
this. My claim is
hey,
this. That
what is your
is
fucking problem?
my
When
claim
you
is
said you substantiated it, does that mean you gave an argument?
you can't refute
When
anything
you
that
say
I said
you
regarding your claim.
substantiate, I just can't believe how stupid you
Refute
are.
what?
right? Like, you're
I
so
can believe it.
fucking stupid. It's just fucking unbelievable somebody could be as dumb as you.
Why don't you
So
Well, as
you
long as
said
you know
you
exactly.
said you said you substantiated it.
finish
Okay?
up?
This is simple. Okay?
You
This is a
can't
simple question. I don't
substantiate.
understand why you can't understand it.
You
Okay?
can't substantiate your
Does
worldview.
substantiate mean that you gave an argument
Can
for the
you
claim?
substantiate
Why is
how,
it you're
from an
not
atheist
answering the
worldview,
question? What the fuck is
can
wrong
you
with you?
substantiate? Can you prove to me and everyone in this room how, from an
Why are you
atheist
answering
worldview,
a question with a
you can't
question?
prove it? You can't prove it.
Why are you answering a question with a
Because I
question?
already answered the question. Now answer my question.
Okay, so can somebody tell me what his answer was when he says he substantiated it? Does that mean that he thinks he gave an argument?
No idea what he thinks he means by that.
Anybody?
No idea. See,
He
this
just
is
he
the
just
problem
keeps
with you
repeating
guys.
he can't
This is why
refute it.
you guys here.
Yeah, you're a fucking
You
moron,
you guys
Beckel. Refute it.
you guys don't
No,
listen
I'm
to
asking
anything
him. I'm asking him whether he gave an argument or not.
He
This
did,
is
of course
why
not. He
this
made a
is why you
claim.
guys can't be taken
He
seriously.
But
says he
we're asking you
substantiated
for an
it.
argument,
I
Feckle.
already gave you a clear understanding.
Wait,
Claim.
did you give an argument?
Yeah. We might as well say that to you guys.
Wait,
Yes, because
I
you
don't
guys have
understand.
dead ass
Did you
argument.
give an argument or not? It's a yes or no
And it's not
question.
helping you. The refrigerator's not helping you guys.
Did he give an
All I'm
argument?
saying,
No, he didn't give an argument. He
Yeah,
made a
Veckel, you
claim
didn't
and then he
understand.
expounded.
You
He
didn't
expanded on the
understand
claim.
that what we were asking for
no,
was an argument.
so see, you don't want an argument. That's why.
Sorry. So you don't have
You don't
you have
want
an argument. You're just not going to give it.
you're gonna keep asking me, and you're not gonna give me a chance to speak, or
I'm asking you to give an argument this time. Are you going to do that?
I already said several times that the atheist does not have any ultimate accountability to anything or to anyone. In the atheist mindset, in the atheist worldview,
It's just another claim.
okay. Well, it's true. I mean, again,
How is it true?
the
Back
claim.
it up.
We're asking him what
reason
the
why I
distinction is.
reason why I
The
said it,
distinction
because
between a
you don't
claim and an
there's
argument.
because all atheism is the affirmation that no God or gods exist. Yeah, don't claim that it's a
Fine.
worldview. You guys constantly argue over and over again that atheism is not a worldview. I'd beg to differ.
Fine.
But
Fine.
if that, then how do you
We're not
determine
arguing that.
outside
Well,
of
now he's
subjectivity?
asking a question.
How do you determine
Question is not
outside
an
of
argument,
subjectivity?
Feckle. We're asking you to give the
Okay, let me
argument.
say it this way. I want to ask a question. Outside of atheism, outside of Christianity, you as an atheist do not have the
It's
ability
just
to
another
determine
claim.
intrinsically what is morally
That is just
what
another
is moral.
claim.
Outside
Why
of
do
As
you
soon as
keep
you give an
repeating the
argument,
claim?
inside of
as soon as you
atheism,
give an argument for your
don't
claim,
have the
Veckel, we'll give you
ability.
an argument for what you're
You don't
asking.
have the ability outside of
That's
any
just
form
repeating the
of
claim. Do you understand the
you don't.
distinction between an
Okay,
argument and a
I'll
claim?
keep repeating myself. That's fine. That's fine. See,
Yeah, just give the
this is why
reasoning.
We
you
want to
guys.
understand the reasoning that justifies the claim. Do you understand what that means?
I'm trying to give you an answer. The problem is you don't want to
Okay,
listen.
so you understand the distinction between an argument and a claim?
I'm making a claim that atheists do not have the ability to
Correct.
Yeah,
determine
I'm asking you
objectively.
what justifies the claim. Do you
Okay, now
understand the
I'm going.
distinction
Wait, here's
between
the
an argument and a claim?
Here's the justification of that claim. The claim is the reason why you cannot do that with atheism is because number one, you don't have a holy writ, you don't have a Messiah, you don't have a pope, you have nothing that you can go to except for some form of conventionalism, which is still at the best some facet of subjectivity. To
Yeah,
declare
so what's the
claim.
argument for
hold
that
on,
claim?
hold on. You don't have anything
Yeah, what's
outside
the
of
argument for that?
Okay, never mind. All right, you don't want
See,
to.
you
Give him your
don't have
claims,
an
Veckel.
argument. You're saying atheists can only appeal to
Fine. That's
conventionalism.
chaos.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, ball liquor.
Now, how about
Shut
you
your
shut
mouth, ball
your
liquor, until I'm done talking.
How about you
Okay,
shut
here's what you've done, ball liquor. Shut your
How about you
mouth.
shut your mouth?
Shut your mouth, ball liquor.
How about you shut your mouth?
Shut your
I'll just talk.
mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth until I'm done talking. Shut your mouth. 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 Shut your mouth, ball licker, until I'm done
Are you in
talking.
public? Are you
Wait
saying that
your
in public?
turn. Wait your
That's
turn.
the funniest part about it.
Wait your turn. Wait your turn. You'll get your chance. You'll get your chance to say more dumb stuff when I'm finished
In public,
talking.
they're sitting
Hey,
next to you
ball
at the
licker.
library.
Hey, ball
Are people
licker.
sitting next to you
Hey,
at the
ball
library? Like,
licker.
damn, you must
You're
be
gonna
talking to
get your
some
chance
weirdo.
to say more dumb
I
stuff
can't believe it.
when I'm done
Yeah.
talking.
All right, go ahead, fool.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead,
Thank
fool.
you. Yeah. So here's what you did, ball licker. You
All
said.
right, fool. Go ahead. What you got?
Here's what
Go
you
ahead,
did, ball licker.
Go ahead,
You
fool.
said.
What
You
you got?
said that atheists don't have a pope, right? They don't have some authority who's a person that they can appeal to, right, to derive moral facts. And then you said the only thing that they have is conventionalism, which is subjective,
At the very
right?
least. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's just another claim. See, and we didn't ask you to make more claims, right? See, this is why you're stupid and you're only good enough to lick Darth's balls because you can't do anything else because you're too dumb, right? What we asked you to do was provide an argument shut your mouth, ball licker, I'm not done.
See, this is the
Shut your
problem.
mouth, ball licker, I'm not done. Shut your mouth, ball licker, I'm not done. Shut your mouth. 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 Are you done talking? Okay, so what I was saying, you'll have plenty of time to say more dumb stuff when I'm done, right? Wait your turn. So, well, we didn't ask you to make more claims, right? Because we're not interested in what a moronic ball licker claims, right? We don't care what an idiot, right, a brain-damaged idiot like you claims. We don't give a fuck about that, right? What we're interested in is justification for the claims, and that means providing arguments, right? So what we want is something that establishes that claim, right? That the only thing we have to appeal to is something conventional or subjective, right? And do you have an argument or not?
All right, fool. You done? Are you done, fool? Hey, idiot. I'm talking to you. You done?
Nice
Question.
one.
Okay. All right. Well, nobody else is responding except John. So, I mean,
He asked
Jack.
you a question.
Okay. All I'm trying to say is that I made a comment that in the atheist worldview,
Comment.
that in the atheist mindset, the best that you fools have is opinion, some form or facet of subjectivity. Okay, that's why you guys
That's all
cannot.
you have.
That's why you guys
That's another
cannot help.
claim.
That's why none of you guys couldn't help but to
This is
respond.
just more of your opinions.
Here we go. Here we go. See, told you. Thank you for
Yeah,
proving
just
my.
more of your opinions, fool.
Thank you for proving my point, fool. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that all you got, fool?
You're just making
Yeah,
claim after
appreciate it.
claim after
Appreciate it.
claim.
You know why? You know why it just sounds like meaningless claims to you because of the way you guys just constantly interrupt.
Because they are meaningless
Which,
claims.
which
Because
again
they are.
validates my point. Thank you for proving my point. Appreciate it.
No, you're just
Which
saying
point?
nonsense.
The point that you have no objective means to be moral or practice civility for any reason.
How was
You have
that
That's
point
another
made?
claim.
no, but it's proven. You can disregard
What's
it
the
all you
Yeah,
want.
that's what they're asking me for, though.
Yeah, but see what I'm trying to display here is that every time I get ready to say something, these guys rudely interrupt as they
Okay, how about
always.
this? How about this? How about this? I think I can mediate this,
Yeah,
since
you
they
muted
they
me.
want
Why don't
the
you mute
answer.
them? Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that the atheists have nothing. They can't appeal to anything objective, right? It's like impossible. So that's
The only
the claim that they
objective.
want you to substantiate, and you're saying I keep trying to, but they won't let me. So how about
Yeah.
this? Like, we'll just mute anyone who interrupts you. But you start out off by saying you can't have. It's impossible. You just start off the sentence with something like this: it's impossible for an atheist to appeal to anything objective because, and then you fill in the blank. How about that?
Yeah,
Can we do
that's
that?
what I
You
was.
want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
So if
from
there's a mod,
yeah,
if they can just mute whoever interrupts them, but in exchange, I'm
yeah.
asking that you
Yeah.
start off the sentence like that, right? So we just know exactly what we're doing, right?
I'll start it off with the way I feel comfortable, and if you guys just disregard it just because you don't like
Well,
what's coming out.
well, hold on a sec. Well, then I would be in favor of someone interrupting you, because the reason why we'd have you start off
No,
like that is because there's a fear that you're not going to say because
I
X, Y,
have
Z,
no fear.
right?
Trust me, there is no
No,
fear.
no,
In fact,
we don't want to listen to that garbage. So I wouldn't be in favor of muting
okay, thank
anyone
you for
in
being
that
honest with
case.
that. Appreciate it. See, so we got to make that distinction, folks. The distinction of me being fearful of what you guys asked me and you just disregarding it and just cutting me off because you don't like what I'm saying. There's a major difference between the two.
Well, it would be
And
because it's
Yeah.
not an answer, right?
well, it is an answer. The problem is you just don't like it.
No, Tom is saying that we have the fear that you won't actually
No,
address
I
the
didn't say you have
question.
fear. I said you think that I have a fear, that I fear you.
No,
I don't
Tom
fear
is saying that we have the fear that you won't
No,
address
no.
the
You
question.
said that I have a fear. No, I said you said
No,
I have a fear. Or did
no,
you guys claim that I have a fear of answering?
Tom.
I have no fear of answering any questions. So
What Tom was just referring to is that we are afraid you will not answer the question.
That's correct.
right. Oh, okay, okay. If you're saying it that way, yeah. But you also believe that
What
I
I
have a
said
fear
several
of
times.
answering questions.
Well,
So
I think you're not capable.
yeah.
It's not,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
you're
you.
afraid. I
That,
think you're not
but
able to.
but
I think
see,
you're just
but
gonna
see,
bloviate.
ultimately, just because you don't think I'm capable, what is that going to mean ultimately in the end? I'm still going to sleep
Well,
like
if
a
Well,
you're
in the end, we
capable,
don't get
just
an answer.
substantiate your
That's
claims.
the thing we're.
That's fine. But people are still gonna the God is still gonna be glorified. I'm still gonna sleep like a baby. I still got a job. I still got still making t-shirts.
Yeah,
Buy
you're
my
still going to have
t-shirts,
all
by the
those
way.
opinions. Got
Thank
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not
Yep,
losing. I don't have
gotcha.
anything to lose in this conversation at all. So
You know, what's
but anyway,
funny thing is that if you take away the Christian God, you're still gonna have all the things too. You're gonna have a job, and you're gonna have
that's
T-shirts and all that
right.
stuff.
But when it comes to the issue of morality though, okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay. Because like
But
I
you're
said
still going to have
before,
that too
atheists,
without the Christian God.
Christians
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
atheists can have fun in similar ways, and of course, there's a limit to what things Christians should do or ought to do or will do because of the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. With the atheist worldview, there's really logically, there's no limit. You can do pretty much whatever you want with no and justify it and have no conviction at all. So, because in your mind,
What's
you're
the
not really
argument for that?
breaking any laws, really, any ultimate laws, because there is no ultimate.
No, can we get one of them arguments for that?
Huh?
Please. Argument
What's that?
here.
He said, "Can we get one of them arguments for that?"
I don't know how many times I got to say this. Again, in the atheist worldview, all atheism is
Stop
the
fucking
affirmation,
you idiot. Shut the fuck up.
is the affirmation
This
that
is just
What is
God
that?
exists. If there
Argument
is no
here.
God, there is no moral lawgiver. Okay, in the atheist worldview. So therefore,
You
there
keep
is no
making claims. Why would we want to hear this
now.
nonsense?
And also, but when you keep bringing up laws and stuff like that, okay, fine. But that now you led to a portion of conventionalism, which is you have a group of people within a society that agree that such and such should be a law or something like that. But that still doesn't tell you the inherent moral
Oh, I
nature.
think I know what's going on, right? You
Okay, so
said
now
you're talking about a
does it have?
lawgiver. I think you just misheard. He didn't say Jack didn't say lawgiver. He said ball liquor. That's what he said.
Now that was funny.
That explains
I
it,
give you
right?
that one.
Well,
I give you that one. That was funny.
Analytically identical.
Hey, take note, Jack.
He
Jack.
doesn't. He just doesn't
Hey,
understand what
take
an
note. Hey,
argument
take
is.
note, Jack. Hey, Jack, take note. That was a good one, Jack. You
He
corny
just
as hell.
doesn't understand
That
what
was
an
a good. That
argument
was a good.
is.
Hey, Jack, you need to take some notes. That was a good joke.
He doesn't understand what an argument is.
But anyway, that was a good joke. But anyway, moving on. Um, if we're going under the banner
Yeah,
of
so
conventionalism,
Veko, why do you want to cheat on your wife?
if we're going under the
that's
banner of
interesting.
conventionalism, all you're doing ultimately is asserting that you have a group of people within a society that both get together and they
Like,
agree.
why? He's just repeating more claims.
Okay, listen, guys. If like thousands of you against one of me, and if you're going to ask me one
Yeah, we
question,
ask you a
you
question and you're not
can't.
answering, which is, do you have an
Oh,
argument in support of your
here's the
claim?
fool speaking again. I know. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. Okay.
What is
How
a
about
God
this? The next
subjective?
time one of you guys interrupt me, you ask me a deep question and I try to provide an answer and you interrupt me, I'm just going to quote scripture. How's that?
I got a deep question
How
for you,
does a God
Veko.
No,
You
not
guys,
scripture.
work?
you guys
You're
ready for a
hurting
Bible study?
me.
Hey,
Stop.
one
You
mic.
guys ready for a Bible study? We can do a Bible study.
Yeah, Veko. Why do you want to cheat on your wife? That's my deep question to
I don't
you.
want to cheat on my wife.
No,
No,
that's not
no.
what you said. You said
Yes, it is.
no.
No,
No.
I said I want
You
to cheat on my wife.
listed 3 things you enjoy.
If I
Right.
were
One
an
of them was playing video
if
games. One of
I
them
were
was
an atheist,
wasting time on Clubhouse, and the other one
if
was
I were an
cheating on your
atheist,
wife.
if
These
I
are the
were an
things you
atheist,
would want to do. Yeah.
if I were an
You said,
atheist,
why not? It's just about what I
if I
want.
if
And then
I
you
were
said
an
all those
atheist,
things, right?
if I were an atheist, there would be nothing in this world that
hmm
would determine whether or not I cheated on my wife to be immoral,
Yeah,
except my
thanks for
Yeah.
another
opinion.
claim, you fucking dumbass.
Do
Okay,
you do
so
you want to
let's
play
Easy,
Beckle?
Jordan.
Do you want to play video games? Do you
come
want to
on
play
now.
video games?
Fool have said in his heart there is no God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Psalm
That's great. Do you want to play video games,
Psalm
Beckle?
53. I'm already playing video games,
So you enjoy
but I
that,
don't
right?
spend a whole day playing video games because I'm a busy man. You know, I got things to
Right.
do.
So in ideal world, you'd spend more time playing video games, right?
No, you know, in an atheist,
No, I
if I
said
had the mind
ideal
of an
world.
atheist, no, if I had the mind of an atheist, in an ideal world, to be honest, I probably spend more time playing video games, maybe watching movies and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
because there is no moral standard, there's no more objective standard for me to abide by or be held accountable to, then I could probably go as far as cheating on my wife or killing somebody, stealing stuff, robbing people, you know, and I could go home and sleep like a baby. Why? Because there's ultimately no, you know, ultimate consequence for it, except maybe I'll go to jail or get excommunicated or, you know, held in contempt by by the community or something like
Well,
that.
those
But
aren't
what
ultimate
but
consequences either.
what's the big deal of that, though? What's the big deal? I mean, if I still feel that these things are okay and justified in my mind, you guys can think I'm a psychopath all you want, but in my mind, there is no God, so therefore I can continue to do these things with no problem and justify it.
That's what you haven't established.
I already told you. It's already been established by the statement I just
No,
made.
that's
In
just
an atheist,
repeating
there
the
is
claim
no
we're asking you to
there is
support.
no God to serve. There is no God to incite any type of prescriptive behavior for me to amongst other humans. Then there is no uh, reason for me to do what other people disagree with
Yeah,
me
we're
on.
asking you to establish that.
I already
No, you just
established it.
repeated it.
Yeah,
No, I
Beckel
already
thinks
established.
morality is
I
is
already
based on
established
authority. He said
that's fine.
unless there's some authority, then anything goes. He
By
confuses
authority,
morality
you mean a
with
person?
justice. Yeah.
Personal
No,
He
authority?
said, yeah.
go
So
ahead.
basically, for Beckel, might makes right. So so morality is whatever you can get
No,
away
that's for
with,
atheists.
and God can get away with anything, so He can do anything. But humans are under
Yeah.
God,
But
so
what's the
that's why
argument?
humans can
What's
get
the
away with it.
argument that in order for there to be an objective moral standard, there needs to be a personal moral authority?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Floyd to give us any type of logical conclusion that will lead him to that position,
Well,
because the
do you
Bible
agree
makes
with
it very
Or
my
you want an argument,
do you agree with
Beckel? You want an
my
You're asking for
analysis
an
of your
argument?
moral?
so
argument?
so now
What's
you
that?
guys accuse me of making statements without solidifying it, but we
That's
hear
what you
you guys make a
do.
comment. So where are you guys going to solidify your statements here? I haven't heard one single ounce of substantiation at all from either one of
Yeah,
you.
by your
Well,
lights,
there's
we don't need to.
Ah, see, there you go.
yeah,
Excuses.
there's no contradiction with atheism and there being some kind of objective
I
standard
didn't say there was a
morality.
contradiction. I'm saying that you don't.
Oh, well, you said you can't have objective morality under atheism, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Well,
that's possible.
okay, so all
So
right.
now you're saying it's not a contradiction?
Well, I guess
Oh, you
ultimately,
are saying there's a
Well,
contradiction.
but
Is there a
what I'm trying to
contradiction?
point out is that in
Oh,
atheism
so there is a contradiction.
you don't have an objective means to prove that what anybody
There it is
does.
again.
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay,
Yes, we do.
what's it? What is it?
Well, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. You just don't like what I say.
Okay,
You
thank
just
you.
don't like
Thank
what
you.
I say, Beck.
I
I'm
appreciate
not
it.
telling you.
You
What, you want an argument?
you proved my point. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you kind of proved our point, but okay.
Yeah.
So
So
Beckel,
in
do
the
you agree with my
worldview, we
description
have
of your moral
the
system? Do you agree
transformative
with that?
power of the Holy Spirit. We got the 10 Commandments. We got certain other instructions in the New Testament
Yeah,
that
we got
tells
the guillotine.
commands Christians to strive toward holiness. Why do we do these things? Because these things are a reflection of God's nature and His law. Atheism doesn't have that. So when you guys decide not to do something, or you decide that something is bad or good, you're doing it kind of arbitrarily based off of your own feelings or personal perspective, not anything outside of yourself. That's what you're doing.
Why would you follow
So
God?
Beckel, do you
I
agree
don't
with
understand
my
why he
my
brings up
description of the
this
nerve system?
arbitrariness point when that blew up in his face before.
Again, it just shows the utter futility of your worldview. That's why the majority of you spend 90% of your time talking about a being that you claim doesn't exist.
Because as you recall, we demonstrated
You have no
that you were
clue.
committed to a view that God's actions were arbitrary. So I don't know why you repeat that gambit that you were refuted on.
Yeah, Christians are crazy.
You're crazy.
Well, different kind of crazy. I'm just depressed.
JJ.
And you know why? It's because of all the crazy Christians. Is a big part of it. All the insane people that are just out milling around in the world.
Yeah, I think about that with your generation specifically.
Is Vekal still there?
All those
Who cares?
boomers
Well, I was
destroyed.
just going to say real
Oh,
quick.
okay. Because I just wanted to
Sorry.
give you an out on something.
Yeah, go ahead.
People like Beckel depress me.
You know, I just feel it. Hold
I
on.
was just saying,
Were you gonna? Okay, unless you were gonna answer Jack about the arbitrary thing, I just wanted to give you an option to walk back something you said.
okay.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I don't want to like get you in trouble with your wife, right? I'm sure she's a lovely woman. So so I'm going to give you this opportunity to say, if I lost my faith tomorrow, I still wouldn't cheat on my wife because I love her.
Good.
You want to say that, Beckel? Go ahead.
Yes, I'll agree to that. Yes, if I lost my faith tomorrow, there's nothing in me that compels me to cheat on my wife. Yes, because
But there is something in you that
I
compels you to.
think
But
I
there
would
is
still,
something that compels you to maybe murder. Is
I
that
think
correct?
I would still love my wife even if I lost my faith in Jesus Christ. However, though, under the atheist worldview, if I lost my faith, there would be nothing obligating me or stopping me from just doing it, even despite the fact that I still love her. I can
What do
declare
you,
still good. Okay, I got my rocks off on this other girl next door, but I still love my wife.
Why
See,
would you do
I
this to
well,
yourself?
wouldn't hurting your relationship
I
be a
can
good
lie to
motivation,
you. I
Beckel?
can I can do all kinds of bad things under the
Tell us
non.
about this girl next
Oh,
door.
so you
Yeah,
don't
but
really
he's
love your
just
wife,
no.
Beckel, do
But
you?
Floyd,
I
you're
can
not
do all.
understanding, right? He's trying to say that the only you could have an objective moral standard is if a God existed, right? And that's just not a claim he knows how to defend.
Yeah, I mean that really needs an argument, you know. But I
I
find it strange,
think
Beckel, that the only thing that's
heard.
keeping you from cheating on your wife
I haven't.
is
I
your
haven't.
God. That you really don't love your wife, and you don't really honor your relationship with your
The
wife. The only thing that's
only
keeping you
thing
from
there's
cheating on your
no reason
wife
to be honored
is the fear that God is going to be mad at you.
outside of God. There's
Isn't
no
that kind
reason
of a shallow form of morality?
that
That the only reason that you
God
don't do things is because
outside of
uh, your sky daddy would be mad and hurt you.
outside of God, there is no reason for me to be honorable or to hold my marriage in honor.
Vekal is
Wait,
the
what?
only
Yes,
You
thing
just
that's
said
that
keeping
what?
says a whole
Vekal.
lot right there.
I just gave
They
a
you really don't
Vekal.
give a
definition.
damn about your
I mean,
relationship with
if
your
I
wife.
stay with my wife outside of if I'm an atheist, if I stay with my wife, it's
That
only
reveals a
because
whole lot
it's
about.
only because if I stay with my wife as an atheist and I choose not to cheat on her, I'm only doing it for my own personal feelings. I'm doing it because I feel good about myself, that I'm being a good husband. I'm being good to her. So it's all ultimately about what I'm getting out of it, not so much how she feels about it, but rather how I'm looked upon by the community or by the world. But with God, I'm doing it because not only because of obligation, but also because of who God is and what He's done for me, and I want to give back to God. And therefore, as I'm doing that, I can also have a true, genuine love towards the spouse that He's given me. So I can have both of those things.
So
You
you have
don't.
good reasons either way, atheist
No,
or
but
not
well, I was going to
atheist.
say this earlier that I think that me and
Nice.
non-believer,
We're trying to
non-believers like
understand.
yourselves, we can be hand in hand and agree that rape is wrong, pedophilia is wrong, and we agree. Okay, but when it comes to having these discussions on a philosophical level, that's when things get a little
We're
sticky.
trying to understand what justifies the claim that you cannot have an objective moral standard on atheism. You only can on theism.
All you have, because all subjectivity demonstrates scientifically is that things are what they are based off of things external to it. So you have an opinion about a thing, but you're not able to demonstrate objectively that the thing is this or that on an objective level. So for example, we look at a dog. Okay, we both say the dog is a dog. Okay, objectively we're looking at it because we can declare, but then subjectivity comes in and we say the dog is cute. Okay, well, that's a matter of opinion or personal perspective. One person might say the dog is cute, another person might say the dog is ugly. We can say the same thing with the issue of morality under the subjective standpoint. We say rape is wrong, society A says rape is wrong, society B says rape is right. So, from a subjective worldview, or a worldview that holds morality as subjective, which one of these worldviews has it right? Well, the atheist is going to say, well, it's the worldview that appeals to some form of pragmatism, where they're just saying that they're right. Why? Because it brings some sort of benefit to that society that says that it's wrong. Okay, but just because it may bring some sort of temporal benefit, that doesn't prove the inherent moral nature of the thing. It could still, in your worldview, according to you, could still be evil, but you're just going by how it benefits people, how people look, and that's all that you have.
That just sounds like you're just repeating the claim that.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like you're just repeating the claim that on
So
atheism,
it doesn't matter if it benefits people.
that on atheism, moral judgments are subjective, right? And presumably that on theism, moral judgments can be objective, right? But that's the claim we're asking you to substantiate, right? So we're trying to understand, how is it that on theism you can get some kind of moral claim that's objective that you cannot get if you're not a theist,
I'm not sure how else
if
I can.
theism is false.
I'm not sure how else I can answer the question other than the way I answered it several times.
But that just
before.
seems like all you did was repeat the claim.
In the Christian worldview, the Christian worldview asserts that God is the moral arbiter. So we determine right from wrong according to.
Yeah, it's just an opinion, though.
We determine what's right or wrong according to his nature, his being, his attributes.
We know what it says, Vekul.
Okay.
We know.
Hey, you don't know what it says, actually.
But that's
Yes, we do. You said it 3 or 4 times now.
You don't have to keep repeating the claim.
Well, most of what you guys do is you guys don't study the Bible. Maybe Floyd does, but he
Correct.
still studies it with. But most of
Well,
you,
all of that is just your
Vekul
subjective
doesn't
opinion,
care
though.
about his relationship with
most
his
of you
wife.
don't study the Bible.
He only cares about how God feels about it.
You guys go to evilbible.com or
He really doesn't care about the flourishing and well-being of his own wife. Or I guess maybe he doesn't care about his kids either. All he cares about is whether God approves.
Nice try. You can keep trying that, Floyd. It's not going to hurt me at
Well,
all.
I mean, that's what you said, right?
You said that, Vekul.
But you can keep trying.
You said if without your God, then
it's not going to hurt my
there be no reason to
There's nothing.
honor your relationship with
Lloyd,
your wife.
Floyd, you can.
that
You can,
you see no value. You see no value at all
Floyd. You could try to lie. You
in
could
the
try to
relationship unless
you,
some God exists. So ultimately, you don't even
Floyd.
care about your relationship or your wife.
Yeah, yeah. Floyd, you can keep
All,
trying.
all that matters to you is what your God thinks
Floyd,
about your
Floyd, keep
actions.
trying to twist my words, and you too, Tom. You guys keep
Well, I
trying.
thought that's what you said.
It's not going to hurt me at all. Trust me. Trust me. I'm still going to work tomorrow. I'm still going to have a
Well,
job.
you said if your God didn't exist, that
Not-
there's no need, no motivation for you honoring
do
your
you
relationship with your
It just
wife.
seems like
I
all
don't.
he's saying
Do
is
you really think that anything you guys say right now about me is going to
I'm
hurt
just
me in any
repeating what you said.
it just seems
spirit?
like all he's saying is that the Christian worldview asserts, right, that God's commands are objective, right?
Of course.
Yeah, those were his
But
words.
Because
that's not what we're asking. We're not asking you, right, whether it's a claim that Christianity makes that God's commands are objectively, objectively ought to be followed or whatever. Right? We're not asking you whether Christians assert that, right? We're asking you to establish the claim that if there were to be an objective moral statement, right, such as rape is wrong or something, right? If a statement like rape is wrong were to be objective, it could only be so if there was a God that existed, right? So we're not asking you to repeat the claim that Christians make that it is objective on Christianity, right? We're asking you to establish that it can only be objective if Christianity is true, or if theism is true, right? We're asking you to substantiate that.
other than what I said earlier, I don't know what else you need.
But that just sounds like you
Um,
don't have a
what I
justification,
did
because you don't seem to be able to provide an argument,
what I
and
did
yet you
was
continue to repeat a claim that you can't justify. I
what
don't
I did.
get it.
Now I did justify it. I think what's happening though is that you're just disregarding it. What I did was I pointed out two things. I pointed out number one, what the Christian worldview holds to, and number two, what the atheist worldview holds to with regards to morality. That because you don't have a moral lawgiver, all you're left with ultimately is some form of subjectivity.
Yeah, but see,
And
that's
if
a claim.
now,
That's a
What's the
claim.
argument for that?
okay,
We want the argument for that claim.
okay,
Do you know what I
refute
mean by?
that.
Do you know what I mean by an argument?
Then refute the
No,
claim.
no,
Then
I don't. No, no, no,
refute.
no. You're the one with the burden of proof. You made the claim, right?
No,
You
no.
have to
If you're
substantiate
saying
the
if
claim before it can be
I take
refuted.
it, that
Because
what
there,
you're not. Just a minute. I take it that what you're not saying, right, is no one has ever shown me how you could have objective morality on atheism, right?
you can't refute the claim.
What you're doing, yeah. See, that's a claim that you haven't
You
established.
make claims too. You
Yeah.
make claims too,
This
and you
is
haven't refuted
this is
anything.
John
So
Lee's
this
It's
just
argument from
irrelevant. It's
ignorance.
irrelevant whether
You
I
have,
make claims or not, right? Because what we're discussing here
hey,
is a
Jack,
claim. Is what we're discussing here is a claim that you made,
Jack.
right?
Here's what you do. Here's the problem.
Your claim is that there cannot be objective morality on atheism. There can only be objective morality on theism, right?
Jack, here's your problem, Jack. The problem is though that what you're pulling right now with this, you know, so-called interrogation of yours is you're pulling an old 1992 atheist type of tactic that's been mad exposed and old for a long time. What you do is all you're doing is disregarding claims that are being made, but you're not providing anything substantive that is as an alternative. So you
that's
just don't like the
that's
answers that are being given to you, but you can't refute anything, and because you know you can't refute it, all you do is continue to just
Yeah, see,
disregard.
that's
We have no
saying I
substance
can't
to.
refute any claim that you make, right? Is
Yeah.
just another claim. We're not interested. We're not
that,
interested in your claims,
that's classic
Thank you.
right?
Can't
We're
refute an argument
interested.
you didn't make.
But
We're interested in you providing an argument. Now, do you understand what I mean
So
by
you
an
have
argument? Do you understand when I ask you for an argument rather than to repeat a
Jack,
claim? Do you understand what it is that I'm asking for?
Jack, are you agnostic?
I don't see what difference it makes.
Because you seem to be afraid to make any type of counterclaim to anything that's being stated to you.
why does
Thanks
Sam
for your
refer to
opinion.
About Okay, so you don't have
If you would make your
you have no
argument, then we
substantive
could
meaning.
get to that.
You have
My
no
counterclaim is
substantive
that
It's
you're
meaning.
a
not what's
dipshit,
being
Veckel.
discussed
Is
right
that okay?
now.
You have no
That's
substantive
not
meaning
what's being
to
discussed right now, right?
uh, Jack.
You're
Come on,
wanting to
man.
I
have
could
two
grant you, I
discussions at
could
the
grant
same
you all of
time.
that for the sake of argument, right?
Let's get
Let's just say
I want
I
as
don't have an alternative theory, right? I don't have a coherent worldview. Okay, I can give you all of that. Nonetheless, what we're asking you for is whether you can provide an argument for your claim, right? So that's what
I
we're
just
just trying to get clear on.
that's all I want to hear. I mean, I don't see what the
Yeah.
problem is.
We're not interested in what you want to hear, right? We're letting you
Well,
talk in
maybe
here.
that's the end of the
We're
discussion.
letting you talk in here because we want to see whether you can justify the claims that you make,
But what I'm
right?
saying to you is that the claims are justified. The problem is that you just
So by
disregard it, and you don't
justified,
have the ability to objective.
do you mean that there's an argument
If God
that
is the
supports
ultimate
them?
arbiter of morality, then that means that there is nothing beyond him. There is nothing inciting him or encouraging him or compelling him to make these laws or whatever, because he is the beginning. He is the Alpha and Omega. So he's not looking into the earth and saying, I don't like that. I'm going to put a law against that. That's not what's happening. Okay.
Okay, so you just said the claim
Now,
was justified.
if you have a means to refute that,
Except for
or if you
celeste.
just disregard it, okay, great. By all means, have at it. But what I'm not hearing from you, Jack, is some sort of means outside of subjectivity, conventionalism, pragmatism, whatever you want to call it. I don't see anything that any kind of grounding on your part that tells me how you determine what is inherently evil or good according to your worldview.
Veckel,
See, this
how
is
are
what I
God's
see.
moral commands
This is what I don't
objective?
understand. This is what I don't understand, right? Are you saying nobody's ever shown me a way in which on atheism there
No,
could
no.
be objective morality? Or are you saying I have an argument that establishes that? Because you said the claim was justified. And so I'm trying to understand, when you say justified, do you mean it's justified by an
It is,
argument?
it is justified.
Is it justified
It
by
is
an
just
argument?
yes.
Okay.
I already provided
So
the argument. I made.
let's now you
I gave the
understand. Now,
evidence.
do you understand what I mean when I say
Okay,
an
so you don't want
argument?
to answer the question. Okay, I
Do you
got you.
understand what I
Jack,
mean?
Jack, I'm not.
Do
Jack,
you
Jack, Jack.
do you
Come on,
understand what I mean by an argument?
Jack. All I'm trying to get is an argument from you. You obviously disagree with it, so I want to see a counterclaim. I haven't heard a counterclaim from a single one of you guys.
Jack granted you that we're all subjectivity. That's what
Yeah,
our morals
that's
are based
fine.
on.
We
So
can
what?
grant you that. So the question is, right? Do you understand when I ask you for an argument, what it is that I'm asking for?
No, I don't, because I already gave you an I made a claim. I substantiated it. You disregarded. So now
So
you're
you
asking
think you
for.
substantiated by an argument, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you understand by an argument I mean something? I mean an inference. Do you know what I mean by that?
How many times do we have to go down this road?
Do you understand? Do you
If you gave an
understand what
I
an
don't know what.
inference is?
if you gave an argument, Beck, what was the first premise?
My premise is that.
No, your first premise, not the premise.
Okay.
What's your first premise?
What I'm saying to you is that there is no Okay, in the Christian worldview, there is no means to determine inherently, intrinsically, what is moral, what is
Is
good
that your first premise?
without.
Veckel, is that your first premise?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with these
Yeah, you
terms.
don't know what a fucking argument is. Arguments have premises. What's your first premise?
I don't care how you want to word it. All I'm telling you is what the Christian worldview is, and
All
I'm
I'm telling you
waiting.
is that you don't know what an argument is.
I'm
What's
wait.
the first premise?
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, you
Let's
don't
give
know what
him
an argument is.
let's give him an
All I
example. See,
want to
somebody.
know is there a logical and legitimate refutation to anything I said?
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah, you're just
We don't.
asking.
pivoting. He's just
Yeah.
pivoting.
So
He
look,
knows it.
there's
He doesn't.
well,
Can you
let's just give
refute
him an example so that
anything
he
I
even
said?
understands
Are
what the
any of the
problem
Christians
is.
in this room? Am I wrong about anything I
Yeah.
say?
So look, we're
Yeah,
just gonna
you're applying your
let's just
standard to
give
the worldviews.
Okay.
That's one problem.
let's just
Is there
give him
any?
an let's
I
just give him an
Christian,
example
right?
of the kind of thing that we're looking for,
All I'm
right?
asking is for a refutation. to the statement
Yeah, we
that
don't care. We don't care about
you
that.
obviously understand what I'm
Yeah, we
saying.
don't
The
care.
problem is that you know you don't have a
Yeah,
legitimate.
fine. We grant you that. Okay, so now here's the kind of thing that we're looking for, right? See, somebody could just say, Socrates is mortal, right? Meaning that he's going to die, right? Now, I could say, well, why ought I to accept that? Why ought I believe that? Why ought anybody believe that, right? And then you could give an argument in support of the claim. Be something like this. Socrates is a man. All men are mortal. So since Socrates is a man, therefore he's mortal. Because all men are mortal, right? That's an inference. So if you accepted the premises of that argument, you'd have reason to accept the conclusion, right? Which is what we were asking for support for in the first place. That's the kind of thing that we're looking for. So you want to say something like, you have a conclusion, right? Which is on atheism, or sorry, objective morality is only possible on theism. Let's put it that way, right? Objective morality is only possible on theism, right? Now you've said a bunch of stuff, like on atheism you don't have a moral authority, and the only alternative is conventionalism, which is subjective. If you don't have like some kind of moral authority, like a pope or whatever, then the only alternative is conventionalism, which is subjective, right? Now, we could grant you that conventionalism is subjective, right? And we could grant you that on atheism you don't have some kind of personal moral authority. Maybe that follows. It's not clear to me that even follows.
Beckel didn't want to listen to your community college lecture. In fact,
he left.
This is like high school. Yeah, he left.
Well, that's good if he left.
Yeah.
That's good if he left, because that was, he couldn't claim that he was being, treated. He couldn't claim at that point that he was being mistreated, right?
I think his eyes rolled back in his head trying to understand what you were saying to him, and
he's basically a waste of time. And I would probably block him, but Tom has sort of shown a way in which some valuable mileage can still be gotten out of him. I don't know if you know about this, JJ.
Oh, yeah.
But you know about this stuff with Darth?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for that reason, I haven't blocked him.
Yeah, and that reminds me, I think I still have John Lee blocked. Do I need to unblock him?
Yeah, you need to unblock him, unfortunately.
Yeah, you should.
So,
Hey, Floyd,
They're gonna block you if you don't. If you don't unblock John Lee.
I'm now following John Lee again.
wow.
You're welcome, John Lee.
Yeah, Jack's